The night was quiet around the towering glass building of Aurora Looks Medical Center, a state-of-the-art hospital owned by Dr. Marcus Hale, one of the youngest and most respected medical entrepreneurs in the country. But as he stepped out of his midnight board meeting and walked toward his jet-black Mercedes, two patrol cars screeched into the parking lot. Before he could even speak, 3 officers jumped out, flashing lights into his face and barking orders. "Hands where we can see them. Step away from the vehicle," one shouted. Marcus froze, confused but calm. These were men he had donated equipment to during the pandemic, yet tonight their eyes carried hostility, not recognition. "This car was reported stolen," the tallest officer sneered. "Funny how a guy like you ends up driving it." Marcus quietly handed over his key fob and ID, but they didn't bother looking. Instead, they turned him around, yanking his arms roughly behind his back. "You think wearing a suit makes you innocent?" Another officer smirked as he reached for the cuffs. But just before the metal clicked, the hospital's security team rushed out, led by Chief Alvarez, a retired federal investigator who did not tolerate intimidation. "Officers, release him immediately," Alvarez ordered, stepping between them. "You're trying to arrest the owner of this building." The cops scoffed until Alvarez pulled out his tablet and displayed the live feed security footage showing Marcus exiting his private elevator, unlocking his own car, and walking calmly into the parking lot. Their confidence wavered, but what truly shattered them was what happened next. The hospital's legal director, Attorney Naomi Trent, arrived with 2 federal compliance officers who had been on site for a scheduled audit. When they heard what was happening, they came straight down. "Gentlemen," Naomi said coolly, "you just attempted to detain a licensed physician, philanthropist, and federal health contractor without cause. That's obstruction, profiling, and unlawful detention. And considering this hospital receives federal funding, your actions fall under civil rights violations." The officers' faces drained of color. Suddenly their radios crackled, dispatch requesting a report. They stayed silent, too stunned to respond. Naomi didn't wait. "We'll file an internal review, and depending on how you proceed from this moment, criminal charges may follow." Realizing they were caught, the officers quietly stepped back, mumbling a weak apology that Marcus didn't even acknowledge. Instead, he looked them in the eye and said, "Next time you try to frame someone, make sure they aren't the one who built half the city's medical infrastructure." The cops left in embarrassed silence. Marcus didn't celebrate or boast. He simply walked back to his car, grateful that tonight truth had louder sirens than corruption.